Playing Venom is very simple. He has a bunch of cool abilities and I'm gonna show you how to use them very effectively. So the first one is the left click, which is the main attack. It is infinite and basically from the back he summons a bunch of tentacles which will follow the crosshair. You can hold down the left click to constantly attack enemies with it, and yes, you can do pretty good headshots. Because each of the tentacle damages separately, it means you can do multiple headshots in one attack. That means the best way to do a lot of damage with him is basically having a constant aim. So it is very rewarding if you follow around an enemy perfectly. It is a good attack, and not only that, as you can see I'm pretty far away, and even though these tethers are basically melee attacks, because they go so far they are basically medium range. That is very good for us because we don't even have to be that close to the enemy and dish out a bunch of damage. Now let's talk about the right click, and these two go very well together. It's called the cellular corrosion. Basically, if I press it right now between these two enemies, they are gonna be tethered to me with this black symbiotic goo. And what this goo does is basically give them a slow, so the enemies will be basically slowed down, and also not only that, because they are binded to me, they also have to get away from it. If they can break free from them, as you can see, they are getting damaged by it. Pretty decent chunk of damage as well. So very simply, if you are close to enemies and the more enemies you get, the more destruction you can do. As you can see, not only they are damaged, if they don't break it, they are slowing down, making them a very easy target. The next one is the E button, the Symbiotic Resilience. What this will do is, as you get damaged and you might think you're done for, but if you press this ability, the E button, you are gonna gain a bunch of health, and it will slowly go down, as you can see, but for a while you will get this boost of health keeping you in battle, which is awesome if you are diving in. And the good thing about this skill is the lower your HP is, the higher the armor HP boost you will get. And why would you think I stopped at 200? Because this is the best HP to be. To turn it on, this is the most amount of HP you get, 1020. Fantastic health to keeping you in battle, because this skill works by damage. So the lower my HP is, the more HP boost I'm getting. That means if I am at a higher HP, like right now, I'm not gonna get that much. As you can see, I only got 993, not 1020. So the best use case is when you are very low on HP, like 200, pop in the E button, and now you can continue your fighting. Now let's talk about his most mobility skill. It is the shift, of course, and the shift is very simply his swing ability. As you can see, it is a fantastic ability. You can move around a lot with it, getting to the point, getting to anywhere. It very much works like Spider-Man's, but the only difference is, although Spider-Man's get free charge, you only get one. Of course, you are a tank after all. You do need some practice to get around with it and make it as effective as possible, but the general idea is to go as high as possible when you're swinging and see as a bird's eye view how the battle is going. But also, if you really want to use this ability, you have to turn off a setting. So press escape, go to settings, go to keyboard, change the hero to Venom, then scroll down a little bit until you see easy swing, and you have to turn this off to really make the swing as effective as possible. And now, because I turned it off, I can swing wherever I want, from wherever I want, and it's fantastic. But not only that, I can aim at the ground and press shift, and now I can web zip there like Spider-Man. This is probably the biggest similarity between the two heroes. And now let me show you the next ability, which is the F button, the Frenzied Arrival. What you need to do to really utilize it is swing very high up in the air. As you can see this cloud, if I press F right now, I'm coming down swinging, as you can see, making a big impact and damaging in a big AoE damage. And now the enemies have a considerable amount of damage done to them just from me arriving. And this is the main way you will do the diving. Just go up, press F, and now you are diving. So this particular combo is fantastic for this F button, but the good thing is you don't have to swing. You can save the swing for escaping from enemies. You can just go at the high ground, press jump, press F, and now you can do it again. It is a very good impact dive ability, and if you aim it at a lot of heroes, you can damage a bunch of them. So yes, the best use case for this one is to use it when there is a big group of people. Another fantastic way to use it is if you go towards a wall and hold down space. This another ability lets Venom climb, and now we can look around from a bird's eye view again and strike where it's needed. As you can see, this black fog shows you where you will strike. So I'm gonna strike right here with the F button, and now I am in the diving range. I can attack them now. Now, before I show you the ultimate, I'm gonna show you a big combo that you can use, combining a bunch of the skills we learned. First and foremost, swing up high in the air, look at the place you wanna go, press F, dive down, then press the right click, which will tether them, slow them down, and now just press left click until you finish them off. This is the basic combo for Venom. It's a very fantastic combo as well. I would highly recommend to just use this combo anytime you want to make a big impact in the battle, just like this. Also, when you are low on HP, just pop in the E, and now you really can be stopped. But now let's talk about the ultimate. So how the ultimate works is very simple. If I press Q right now, I am underground for a very limited time. If I press Q again, I'm gonna come up like a big mouth, and all the enemies that I damage and knock up in the air will give me some health as well. So what this means is it is a fantastic crowd control ultimate, and it can change the fight by a second, and just like that I can destroy anyone or knock them up enough where my team can damage them significantly. Now, of course, as I say, the best case to use it is go to a bunch of people, press Q again, and really cause a big chaos. And of course, it is advised to use it against multiple people at once, because it can give you a big health boost as well. The more people, the higher the health bar. And now I guess it's time to talk about some pros and cons of this wonderful hero. Of course, he is a wonderful dive tank that can be used very effectively and basically cause a big damage. The best use case for it is diving in the backside. There's not much point being in the front with this tank because it will be a waste. He is in his best element when he is diving up against bunched up players just like this, or isolated players, high quality targets like healers and damage dealers, and basically eliminating them. So dive to your heart's content, but also make sure you're not too far away from your own team and healers, because then you are on your own. Although a bunch of skills give you health, still you're not indestructible, you can still die. Just keep that in mind. Happy Venom playing and have fun!